Hello, one and all. It's my view of MHA Vigilantes Chapter 117, the bad one. And first off, I need to apologize. I've been complaining last videos that this fight's been going on for too long, but it was so worth it. It was so worth it to reach this point. To reach the point where we get to see the original trio back together again for the first time in such a very long time. I mean, two of them are kind of dead right now, but still, it was great to get back that old dynamic. Pop being the voice of reason, saying run away, and Knuckle Duster being the voice of violence, saying if you gotta murder someone, do it with your fists. Oh, that is so Knuckle Duster. That is such a Knuckle Duster thing to say. I freaking love it. And I also just love Koyuchi basically being the voice of compromise, basically deciding, okay, I'm not gonna murder Six, but I am gonna fight back. I am gonna punch him. I'm gonna hit him with everything I have. And it is quite a lot. It is quite a lot. I mean, I know Six's body, his plasma body, isn't actually made out of, regular skin and bones. It's made of plasma, pure energy, something like that. But it was still solid enough to punch a building and demolish it. So, yeah, fairly solid right here. And yet Koyuchi just eviscerated about a third of it with one punch, with one swing of his fist. So, yeah, that fist had a lot of power behind it as well. Honestly, I'm not really sure what's going to happen next. I mean, how much more energy does Six have in him? Can he rebuild his body over and over again? Or is he going to, shrink after this? Get much smaller and then smaller and smaller every time Koyuchi, punches him? I mean, this big body is kind of an issue for him because it just gives Koyuchi more room to punch him in a way that won't murder him, that won't break his oath to never kill. Not really an oath so much as he just doesn't really want to kill anybody. I mean, from Six's perspective, it might make more sense for him to shrink himself down to the point where Koyuchi can't punch him without accidentally murdering him. I mean, that'd be interesting, because I'm not really sure how else this fight's gonna go. I mean, if Six can just, regenerate the plasma that was destroyed by Koyuchi, then we'll basically just end up in a battle of endurance. How long can Six regenerate? How many times can Six reform his body before he basically just burns out? I mean, I almost feel like Six has to have another ace up his sleeve, another way of making himself go plus ultra again, even if that's just, self-destructing, because sooner or later the other pro hero is going to have to show up and lend a helping hand. I mean, Pop said this chapter, there are no other heroes around, so you're all we got, Koyuchi. And yet, Aizawa, Best Jeanist, Edgeshot, and Genium, they're all fairly close. They're all in this town, and, they solved the bomber issues. All the bombers moved into Six. They all merged together with Six. So I feel like sooner or later they're going to have to show up and lend a helping hand. They're going to have to show up and nullify him. I mean, Koyuchi definitely weakens Six to the point where other pro heroes can step in and take him down quite easily. But is that all he's going to do? Is he going to continue fighting? Is this battle between him and Six going to go on for another chapter? Because I mean, Koyuchi is delivering so much power with each punch that short of taking hostages, I can't really imagine anything Six might do in this battle that would actually pose a threat to Koyuchi other than just self-destructing. I mean, hostages doesn't make a lot of sense. We saw Pop Stan's troop run out into the streets chasing after Koyuchi a couple chapters ago. I mean, they're still fairly close. Maybe they'll run up and see Giant Six, and Six will be like, oh, hostages, and just grab them up and say, Koyuchi, surrender yourself or I will kill them. I mean, Koyuchi does have some fairly impressive sniper skills, so maybe he could still manage to, take out Six before he manages to crush Koyuchi's friends, Pop Stan's crew to death. I could see that. Anyway, though, back to this chapter, Pop has a major seizure, which apparently kills her as she then appears as a ghost next to Koyuchi. And this is, a little bit worrisome. I mean, I could certainly see Knuckle Duster dying in this fight, dying as a result of his injuries. I mean, I wouldn't be happy about it, because Koyuchi, went out of his way to save his life, even risking his own life to do it. And for Knuckle Duster just to pass on after that would be just disappointing, very disappointing, but I could accept it because Six was his white whale, his arch enemy, his big bad villain, the one he had to take down no matter what. And if Koichi managed to finish off Six, then Knuckle Duster can rest in peace. But as for Pop, no. She cannot die. She cannot freaking die here and now. Not after everything Koichi's done to save her. That would just be so utterly heartbreaking and tragic and disappointing, and I would hate it. I would so hate it. Though I do think they could do something rather interesting here. What if the reason why they're having such a hard time stabilizing Pop is because the hospital is running on emergency backup power because Six launched the EMP burst that wiped out all of the electricity in the town? Because if that's the case, they might not be able to actually revive Pop until Koichi takes down Six, until Koichi eliminates the source of the EMP blast. I think that would actually make quite a bit of sense. I would love to see that. It would literally mean that Koichi saved her life, saved her from 6. And just while we're on the subject, there is something I do need to clarify. Pop and Knuckle Duster are ghosts. They are 100% ghosts. I mean, it seemed really obvious this chapter, but I got into this weird arguments online who claim they're just hallucinations. And a lot of people seemed to upvote his comment, which was weird. Very, very weird. Basically, he was saying there are no ghosts in the My Hero Academia world, so therefore Koichi just must be hallucinating. He hallucinated his master seconds after his master died, and then right after Pop had a major seizure, which might have killed her, he started hallucinating Pop. That makes no sense. It makes absolutely no freaking sense. And just to really hit this point home, Koichi is dense. Koichi is overwhelmingly dense. I mean, he is just beginning to understand his feelings for Pop, but I don't think he's fully aware of the fact that Pop has these feelings for him. And he is, a rather pessimistic person, rather self-loathing, doesn't have a whole lot of self-confidence. There's no way that hallucination that his own mind created would tell him, I'll always love you. That is just way, way too optimistic to come from Koichi's mind, so therefore it must be Pop. Therefore it is her ghost. Huzzah! Ghosts are real. Which, really shouldn't be too surprising. I mean, it's been made very clear that quirks are something beyond the realm of science and logic as we know it. Quirks are able to contain a person's entire personality, their memories, their thoughts, their feelings, everything about them, and they can be passed between people. Therefore, there is something in this world that goes beyond the realm of science and into the realm of the spiritual. Therefore, ghosts could exist. I mean, they haven't appeared before in the series, and Koichi just seems unusually perceptive of ghosts. So unless somehow his quirk also allows him to channel the powers of the dead, the spirits of the recently deceased, I'm not really sure why he's so good at talking to ghosts, and why all the ghosts come immediately to him, but still, he's definitely talking to ghosts, to spirits, to the recently deceased, or the temporarily deceased. Hopefully, like I said, Pop and Knuckle Duster manage to survive and come back to life. Hopefully. Very, very hopefully. Anyway though, after Knuckle Duster gave that big emotional speech last chapter, I was really, really hoping that Koichi would step up this chapter and realize, okay, this is it, this is my time, I have to take down 6. And instead he started running away again, which seriously, Koichi, seriously, that was your moment to stand up, that was your moment to be a freaking hero. Though this chapter was a much better moment, but still. Thankfully, Pop shows up and is able to give her own little speech as well, and I do kind of love that she's not an omniscient ghost. She doesn't know everything. She walks in this scene and is like, what the freak is going on? Why are you fighting this dude? Who the freak is that? She doesn't know that's 6. She doesn't know that's the guy that kidnapped her and tortured her and turned her into a freaking villain, and that's a nice little thing where he has to basically explain it to her. I also love that her and Knuckle Duster aren't just, flying around floating through the scene. They're actually moving around like they would if they were, physical and real. Knuckle Duster has his grappling hook thing they swing on, and Pop is jumping from debris to debris through the air like the angel that she is. And then, oh my god, this page was just so absolutely perfect. She's like, wait a minute, are you doing all this? Are you running away because of me? You're not fighting back because of me? Am I that scary of a person? You're making me feel really bad here, Koichi. And his response, I don't want you to hate me. Oh my god, that was adorable. Oh my freaking god, that was adorable. And as it turns out, ghosts can actually blush. Who knew? And then just, oh god, Pop just follows it up by saying, I'll always love you. And while I love everything about this page, one of my favorite details is Knuckle Duster. He's just sitting there with his arms folded like, oh god above. Can't I just move on to heaven or hell? I'll take hell at this point. I just don't want to deal with these kids confessing their love for one another. It is so freaking cheesy. He is so annoyed. He is so annoyed to be here in the middle of this. I love it. I absolutely love it. And then Pop gives him permission. She says, get it done, hero. And that's all Koichi needs to start fighting back. That's all Koichi needs to take 6 down. Maybe. Again, I'm not really sure how much 6 can regenerate the plasma that makes up his body. How much energy does he have left? How much energy is it taking to actually, maintain this form? I mean, even after he turned into a giant, ball of plasma, a giant 200-foot tall monster, he still went plus ultra. He still evolved again to take on this even more monstrous form so he could demolish the building that Koichi was hiding in. That was him, literally burning through his lifespan. He clearly cannot have much more left in the tank. He'll definitely be running on empty soon. And when that happens, what is his plan? I mean, like I said, either he's going to take hostages or self-destruct. At which point, either Koichi will have to snipe him from a distance, or Aizawa will show up and put a stop to him. Aizawa will cancel out his quirk and save everyone. Huzzah! And then Koichi will let out a sigh of relief and realize, wait a second. A bunch of my bones are broken, and I am in an incredible amount of pain. I should black out now. Nighty-night! Oh, that'd be fun. That would be a lot of fun. I really hope that's how this fight ends. And I guess after that, he has to, go mate with Pop again. I'm not really sure if she'll remember her dream of him, talking to her when she was technically dead. I'm very curious about that. I mean, will she remember that she actually confessed her love to him? I kind of feel like she's going to wake up and then start blushing and, rolling around in the bed like, oh my god, I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I just said that. I can't believe I just said that. Oh, that'd be fun. That would also be a lot of fun. But anything else down below? Is the fight over? What does Six still have left up his sleeve? Will he take hostages? Will he self-destruct? Where are the other pro heroes? Will Pop remember this? Is Pop permanently dead? Temporarily dead? What about Knuckleduster? Is he permanently or temporarily dead? Are they actually ghosts? I mean, like I said, I couldn't really imagine any other possibility than them actually being ghosts in this scene, but if you can justify it somehow, some way, I'll be interested in hearing it. Maybe Koichi's power is actually the ability to channel the dead, and the balls of energy he shoots from his hands are actually the souls of the deceased. Oh, that would definitely be dark. That would definitely be dark. But anyway, let me know down below. Be sure to like this video and leave a comment down below. And until next time, peace!